Hi there everyone, welcome to another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This is one I had quite a while back, before I had my capture card, against a passerby called Jessica. As you can see, she's bringing some quite strong OU Pokemon, and I'm bringing a random team I put together back in the day, with featuring one of the new ORAS Megas that I love. So here we go. So, with those bird Pokemon, I figure it's best if I can get my entry hazards up early, especially Stealth Rocks. So out comes Smeargle, and she sends out her Conkeldurr. I go for Spore, figure put that guy to sleep and then get my entry hazards up. However, I was quite surprised to see that she didn't go for Mach Punch straight away. I guess maybe she wanted to go for a knockoff or something. So out go to Stealth Rocks. And I don't want to set up the sticky web just yet with that Bisharp hanging out back there. So I decide to switch out using Parting Shot and lowering her attack. Considering how much attack Conkeldurr has, I decide to send in my defensive Rapid Spinning Hitmontop, whose ability is Intimidate to lower that attack even further. So here I figured maybe she'd want to switch out, so I go for a Low Sweep to lower the speed of anything. She stays in, which is a bit of a problem for me considering this is a defensive Hitmontop and I can't actually do much against it. She knocks off my leftovers, but it does very pitiful damage with that ×2 lowering there. Out comes Zapdos, and I just go for Low Sweep anyway, hoping to slow down anything, considering I haven't got the sticky web up. Which I do, and here I see that the Zapdos is holding onto leftovers, which leads me to believe it is a defensive Zapdos, which makes me think I should probably try and put a dent in that with Toxic. She goes for a Defog and is able to get rid of my Stealth Rocks. Not too much of a problem, considering Smeargle's still at full health. Here I decide perhaps she'd want to go for Drill Peck, because that's a move I know these Pokemon get. However, she goes for Thunderbolt, while I went for Counter. Probably not the wisest move on my part. Here I know there isn't that much I can do to Zapdos, so I decide to switch out. And with that, I bring in my Volcarona, who has quite a high special defense naturally. As you can see, that Thunderbolt didn't do too much damage. I decide I should try and get rid of this thing quickly, since it has Defog, and go straight up for a Fiery Dance. And lucky for me, it does quite a decent amount of damage, and ups my special attack too. She goes for Roost here, hoping to preserve her Zapdos. However, I know another Fiery Dance would probably take it out, and if I wanted I could always go for Quiver Dance. She decides to switch out his Zapdos, hoping to preserve it, and sends in Slowbro, who would resist the Fiery Dance. However, I decide to go for Quiver Dance, considering a new Zapdos wouldn't be able to do too much against me. I was surprised she sent in Slowbro here, considering I'm a Bug type, and have access to Bug and Grass moves. But she thinks she's able to take anything, so I go for a Giga Drain. I don't expect it to kill, but lucky for me it does, and restores all my health at the same time. So that's her Mega taken out quite easily and early. She sends out Talonflame, and I know Talonflame is going to be a problem here. You'll definitely kill Volcarona, so I send in Hitmontop to lower its attack, even though Hitmontop will probably die. But considering she doesn't appear to have anything that can set up, I figure there's no need to keep my Rapid Spinner around. And yep, Hitmontop goes down to a Brave Bird. I can see it's not holding a life orb, which is curious, and it makes me know that Feraligatr will be able to survive any hit it wants to throw at me. And since she switched out, since I figured she was going to switch out, I go for Dragon Dance. In comes the Shaman, but now with my speed boost I know I'll be able to outspeed it and go for Ice Punch. I figure this should be enough to take it out. However, it is not, and it goes for a Seed Flare. Super effective stab, no chance that Feraligatr is going to survive this. This was back before Sheer Force, of course. If I had Sheer Force back then, my Ice Punch probably would have killed. I decide to send in Smeargle here, get my hazards back up, and it goes to sleep, restoring all its HP. Not too much of a worry for me, but now that it's asleep, I should be able to get my hazards up nice and easy. Still, with that Bisharp hanging out in the back there, I decide to not go for the Sticky Web yet. I decide to get the switch priority by switching out. I switch out and lower its attack, so this thing won't be able to do too much damage to me. And I figure I'll send in my Special Sponge again. Now with those rocks up, she's going to be quite hesitant to send in the Talonflame. And if she wanted to switch Zapdos out, she would have the same problem as well. Here I figure I need that thing dead, so I go straight for a Fiery Dance. And hope I get a special attack boost. Unfortunately for me I do not, but it's not the end of the world. No surprise, out comes Talonflame again, taking a buttload of damage from those Stealth Rocks. I decide to switch Volcarona out here, considering I know it would kill. I figured Dusclops should be able to take a Brave Bird easy, considering its high defense. And as you can see, I get unlucky and it gets a critical hit. However, if that's how much a critical hit did, a normal attack shouldn't do too much and I should be able to survive and get a Nightshade off. However, she is very lucky and gets 2 critical hits in a row, taking out my physical wall. She survives with just a sliver of health, and I send in Smeargle knowing that another Brave Bird will kill it through recoil, and I'll be able to survive because I've got a Focus Sash. She got a 3rd critical hit, that was very lucky. Unless perhaps she's holding an item that boosts critical hits. I just went for Spore there on the off chance it went for Roost. So out comes Conkeldurr. I figure there's a good chance he'll go for Mach Punch, but it's not the end of the world if Smeargle goes down here. Got those rocks up. And yep, she does go for Mach Punch, and down goes Smeargle. Now it's time for my Mega Pokemon. I figure there's not too much that this Pokemon can do to me. Knockoff won't do anything. I decide to go for Bulk Up, raise my defense and attack. It's quite a good move to have on Mega Gallade. He goes for what I assume is his strongest attack, Drain Punch. However, it doesn't do a whole lot to me, considering it's not very effective as I have Psychic type. She decides to switch here, hoping that'll be good for someone else. And meanwhile, I get greedy and go for another Bulk Up. I figure I should be able to survive any one hit from this Shaman. Gallade does have a decent special defense stat. But I only barely survive and get the special defense drop. I use Drain Punch here, figuring this thing won't have too much defense against a +2 Gallade, and I'm able to restore most of my health. A +2 Gallade here is pretty much gonna run through this team like a train. Luckily I have +2 in defense as well, so a Sucker Punch from Bisharp shouldn't hurt too much. As we can see, it doesn't, and I'm able to get another Drain Punch off, 4 times effective, and restores pretty much most of my HP. And her last Pokemon here is Conkeldurr, who shouldn't be able to hurt me at all, while I have Psycho Cut. So good old Mega Gallade, once I cleared his threats, he was able to come in and sweep that team. Down goes Conkeldurr, and that gives me the victory. That was a decent battle, showing off my Mega Gallade for the first time back when I had it, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Bye.